Well, if you take a look at the landscape behind me, and trust me, it's a view worth taking in, well, it's about as green as the shirt I'm wearing right now, but pretty soon you're going to see a lot more of these little guys, leaves falling off, blowing away in the wind. Foliage season is almost here. We are tracking some showers from upstate New York all the way down to the south here, the Ohio Valley, and down towards Nashville, picking up some light rainfall. This storm moving pretty quickly, doesn't have a lot of strength to it, but enough to bring us some of that wet weather. You can see right now it's approaching Albany.
When you're driving around town in your normal car, you already have a catalytic converter, but diesel buses normally don't. After the installation, though, it'll be a different story.
Things looking pretty good out here on the golf course. Certainly the weather has been fantastic. Everyone who's an outdoor enthusiast has been having a good time over the last couple of days. So how about in the winter months, when all these fields start to die away and things look a little more bleak around here? Well, Jessica's still going to go forward with the meats and cheeses. As for produce, she's going to bring in fresh organic produce from other parts of the country. We often talk about, Tuesdays being the rough day of the week, and I think that's true. You expect Monday, you don't see Tuesday coming, and then it just sneaks up on you, and sometimes it hurts. When the hundreds of thousands of visitors come to concession stands at the Big E this year, they'll be able to take a sip or wipe their face with something that won't exist a couple months from now. There's a lot of spinouts, a lot of cars off the road tonight. Take it easy, really no reason to go out and about. Things will look better tomorrow. However, we're going to want to pick up very quickly because there is another storm on this one's heel. Welcome to my comfortable home. All I have to do is snuggle down into the leaves here. You might have to share your bed with a couple of critters, but you'll be warm up to temperatures in the 20s. Well, I'll tell you what, if it was just a little bit colder out there today, it would have been a heck of a snowstorm for parts of southern New England, but as it was, we just saw a little bit of snow on the front end. You know, some of our storm spotters out in southern New Hampshire reporting 1 to 4 inches, not a huge deal there, but a little more wintry weather. You look out across the State House this evening, that rain coming to an end, a little bit of mist still in the air. I think you'll want to get outside and enjoy the mild weather while it's here. Our daytime highs were just a couple hours ago. That allowed a lot of rainfall here across the southern New England area. Most of the snow was up across Vermont and New Hampshire. The ski resorts once again really making out with this storm. Most of the rain now coming to an, as we were talking about, the showers just far off towards the east. Chatham seeing the last of the showers, the outer Cape, that pushing out to sea, and we'll be all done with the rainfall before you know it, by the end of the newscast. Temperatures, though, we'll be watching those very carefully. It's 33 in Orange, 33 in Westfield, 33 in Manchester, New Hampshire. All you need is a little bit of clearing, a drop of 1 degree. You saw that car pile up out in southern Connecticut, and that's exactly what we could see. So be very careful driving out there later on tonight. You won't have to worry about it down in the Cape. See the 40s to lower 50s at this hour. It won't get cold enough there for any spots of black ice, but especially Merrimack Valley and out into southern New Hampshire for tomorrow morning. Otherwise, it's fairly mild here on the East Coast. The cold air is bottled up to the upper Midwest. It won't affect us until midweek. We're going to have a nice mild Monday. By the afternoon, we should be into the 40s. This is the day you want to take advantage of, the first day of the week, because things will be going downhill after that. We're going to look at a weak storm system moving in for Tuesday. Not a lot of precipitation with this one, maybe a couple of light spotty showers for Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night, but the cold air is going to pour in behind it. Gusty northwest winds once again, an Arctic blast, and it looks like very chilly weather for Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday as well. You can see the temperature trend pretty mild this weekend as we end things out into the start of the week, but right down the curve we go, and for the end of the week we'll be feeling the chill, and at night we'll be back into the teens. It will not be the case tonight, but we will see lows near 32, so we'll watch out for the icy spots. A little bit of black ice for early on tomorrow morning during the commute. Some patchy fog developing as well. That should lift pretty early tomorrow. So we'll be in the 30s to kick things off. By midday, we're in the 40s, and during the evening, we'll start to cool back into the 30s, but certainly tolerable for this time of year if you're heading out and about, and a good start to the new week for us. Mostly cloudy on Tuesday. We'll still be in the 40s, but the cold air moves in at night. And for the rest of the week, it will be bright, but it will also be breezy and very chilly as we head into the next weekend. Friday into Saturday, we're going to keep our eye out. Might see a coastal storm bringing some more snow, but it's a long way off. We'll be watching it as we get closer. Bob and Sarah. The scenes and sounds of winter can come in many forms. Unfortunately for us, none of them are easy to forecast.
Could be perhaps talking about some wintry weather, and we'll talk more about that in just a while from now.
But contrary to popular belief, the weather is not something those pesky meteorologists make up. At the root of it all is a weather lab, much like this one, where even in a technological age, string and balloons are still the method of choice. These balloons, called radiosondes, are sent skyward with just enough equipment to tell us what's going on in the atmosphere.
We have the temperature sensor and the pressure sensor. We also have a battery.
Mike is the man in charge today and is happy to see blue skies across Cape Cod. It's not always the case.
We watch in all types of weather, whether it's rain or snow or sleet or calm winds or, hurricane type winds.
Some last-minute checks, and it's time to fly. Well, this balloon has a long journey ahead of it. At the end of its flight, it'll go nearly 100,000 feet in the air, more than 150 miles away, and could be as wide as 29 feet across.
Balloon away.
As soon as it lifts off, information is sent back to the weather lab and paints a picture of the air above us. We call that picture a sounding.
This is a plot of the relative humidity and of the temperature of the flight so far in the first 30 minutes or so.
A balloon is sent up twice a day from 92 different spots across the country. The soundings provide the basis for our forecast by telling us what may fall. It all depends on how warm or cold the air above us is. A thin layer of sub-freezing air at the ground will give you freezing rain. A thicker layer gives you sleet, and if it's cold all the way up, you get snow. And when we're confident of what's going to happen, you get your local forecast.
Off to the north and the west, across the Berkshires, that's where they'll see all snow, anywhere between 8 to 12 inches of snow.
A long journey with an important result. Eric Fisher, ABC4.